Hello friends. This is Hidden Leaf Fantasy. How are you all? So in this video, we will see what if Naruto discovered the double bloodline of fires and wind god. But before we start, if you want more amazing stuff like this, then be sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Also, if possible, share this video. Title: Naruto, the Legacy of the Fire and Wind Gods. Prologue. A hidden legacy. In the hidden village of Konoha, Naruto Uzumaki lived a life filled with hardship and determination. The vessel of the Nine Tails, Naruto faced discrimination and loneliness but also possessed an unwavering will to become Hokage and protect those he loved. Unbeknownst to him, a secret heritage lay dormant within his blood, a legacy that would change his destiny forever. Chapter 1. The Awakening. It began on a seemingly ordinary day. Naruto was training in the forest, pushing himself to master his new techniques. His Rasengan had become more powerful, and his control over the Nine Tails chakra was improving. However, Naruto felt there was something more within him, a power waiting to be unleashed. As he practiced his Rasengan, an unexpected surge of chakra erupted from his body, engulfing the training area in a whirlwind of fire and wind. The explosion sent Naruto crashing into a tree, unconscious. When he awoke, he found himself in a strange place, a vast landscape of fire and wind, where two ethereal figures awaited him. Who are you? Naruto asked, his voice echoing in the void. We are the ancient gods of fire and wind, the figures replied in unison. And you, Naruto Uzumaki, are our descendant. It is time for you to embrace your true heritage. Chapter 2. The training begins. Naruto returned to Konoha, filled with questions and a newfound sense of purpose. He sought out Jiraiya, his mentor, and explained the encounter. Jiraiya, intrigued and concerned, decided to take Naruto on a journey to unlock this hidden power. They traveled to the ruins of an ancient temple, said to be a place where the gods of fire and wind once resided. There, Jiraiya taught Naruto how to meditate and connect with the elemental chakra within him. The process was arduous, but Naruto's determination never wavered. Through intense training, Naruto began to harness the dual bloodlines. He could now merge fire and wind chakra, creating devastating techniques far beyond anything he had ever imagined. His Rasengan evolved into a blazing vortex of fire and wind, capable of incinerating anything in its path. Chapter 3. The return to Konoha. News of Naruto's new abilities quickly spread throughout Konoha. The village elders were both amazed and fearful of his power. Tsunade, the fifth Hokage, summoned Naruto to her office, where she expressed her concerns. Naruto, this power is incredible, but it's also dangerous, Tsunade warned. You must learn to control it, or it could consume you. Naruto nodded, understanding the gravity of his situation. He continued to train, perfecting his control over the elemental chakras. During this time, he also reconnected with his friends, who were in awe of his newfound strength. Sasuke, in particular, was intrigued and challenged Naruto to a sparring match. The battle was fierce, with Naruto's fire and wind techniques clashing against Sasuke's lightning and Sharingan. In the end, they reached a stalemate, each gaining a deeper respect for the other's abilities. Chapter 4. The threat of the Akatsuki. As Naruto's power grew, so did the interest of the Akatsuki. The organization, already seeking the tailed beasts, now set their sights on Naruto's unique abilities. Pain, the leader of the Akatsuki, devised a plan to capture Naruto and harness his elemental powers for their own nefarious purposes. The Akatsuki launched an assault on Konoha, causing widespread panic and destruction. Naruto, now a symbol of hope and strength, took to the battlefield, his elemental chakra blazing. He faced off against multiple Akatsuki members, using his dual bloodline techniques to fend them off. The battle culminated in a showdown between Naruto and Pain. Their clash was titanic, with the village hanging in the balance. Naruto, drawing on the power of the fire and wind gods, managed to overpower Pain, but not before learning a crucial truth about the cycle of hatred and the importance of understanding and peace. Chapter 5. The search for knowledge. Realizing that his power alone was not enough to bring about lasting peace, Naruto set out on a journey to learn more about his heritage and the ancient gods. He visited temples, studied ancient texts, and meditated deeply to understand the true nature of his abilities. During his travels, Naruto encountered various sages and guardians who helped him refine his control over the elemental chakras. He also discovered ancient prophecies that spoke of a chosen one who would unite the powers of fire and wind to bring balance to the world. Naruto's journey took him to the land of iron, where he met a legendary samurai who possessed knowledge of the gods. The samurai revealed that the gods of fire and wind were once human warriors who ascended to godhood through their mastery of elemental chakra. Naruto learned that his true power lay not just in his abilities but in his heart and spirit. Chapter 6. The Return of the Gods. Naruto's training reached its peak when he encountered the spirits of the fire and wind gods once more. This time, they bestowed upon him their full power, merging their essences with his own. The transformation was overwhelming, but Naruto's will was strong, and he emerged with a deeper understanding of his destiny. He returned to Konoha, radiating a new aura of strength and wisdom. The village, still recovering from the Akatsuki's attack, welcomed him back as a hero. Naruto, now more than ever, was determined to bring about a new era of peace and understanding. Chapter 7. The Final Confrontation. The Akatsuki, now desperate and fragmented, launched a final assault on the world. They sought to capture all the tailed beasts and use their power to reshape reality. Naruto, armed with the full power of the fire and wind gods, led the charge against them. The final battle was epic, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Naruto faced off against Madara Uchiha, who had become the vessel for the Ten Tails. Their clash was a spectacle of elemental fury, with Naruto's blazing vortexes clashing against Madara's dark, malevolent power. In a decisive moment, Naruto unleashed his ultimate technique, the Divine Tempest, a fusion of fire and wind that enveloped Madara and the Ten Tails. The attack was devastating, obliterating the darkness and restoring balance to the world. Chapter 8. A new era of peace. With the threat of the Akatsuki neutralized, Naruto turned his attention to rebuilding the world. He traveled to various villages, spreading the message of understanding and cooperation. His journey was not without challenges, but his unyielding spirit and the power of the fire and wind gods guided him. Naruto's efforts bore fruit, as the villages began to work together to create a lasting peace. The cycle of hatred was slowly broken, and a new era of harmony emerged. Naruto, now a symbol of hope and unity, was recognized as the true heir to the legacy of the gods. Epilogue. The legacy of the gods. Years later, Naruto stood atop the Hokage monument, looking out over the village he had sworn to protect. His journey had been long and arduous, but he had fulfilled his destiny. The power of the fire and wind gods flowed through him, a testament to his strength and spirit. Naruto's legacy was one of peace and understanding, a beacon of hope for future generations. He had discovered the true power within himself and used it to change the world for the better. And as he looked out over the village, he knew that his journey was far from over. The world was vast and filled with challenges, but Naruto was ready to face them. With the spirit of the gods within him and the support of his friends and allies, he knew that anything was possible. And so, the legend of Naruto Uzumaki, the heir to the fire and wind gods, continued to inspire and guide the world towards a brighter future. The end. Now we'll see you in the next video.